All right, Bear Cub and I, we're gonna go fill some of our feeders today and check some cameras while we're doing it. You know, here in Mississippi, it's 100% legal to feed deer, and in Louisiana where we're hunting also. You know, right now, we're the first week of January, we're at the end of the rut. So I've been feeding these bucks buck trio, getting ready to put their body weight back on. And I always throw a little buck robber in my feeder because it just gives all the feed that smell that they can't stand it. They just crave it, they love it. But right now, you gotta hunt the does. The bucks are gonna be, I mean, even if you're just getting a lot of does on camera and no buck, you know, no shooter bucks, just keep hunting them does because the bucks are coming. And hopefully, that's what we're gonna be doing. Getting the right buck. Good. 1,200 pictures on this sucker. All right, so Bear Cub and I are easing around. We're filling some feeders, and I can already tell right here there's been a lot of hogs around. But something else cool, when we pulled up here, it was two big old longbeards standing here, and it won't be long. Me and Bear Cub be chasing longbeards on this place right here. So we're gonna figure out where the most deer are coming, hopefully some shooter bucks, and we'll get in there this afternoon. All right, me and Cub are headed in. We're going in light, our wind's a little iffy, so we're gonna try to take as least stuff in as possible, so the, you know, so we don't have less smells out there, basically. So, we got the old bow in hand, gotta have our orange on walking in though, but hopefully tonight will be the night that I kill my first buck on my home place. We're just getting set up. It is just after the peak of the rut here in Mississippi, and our rut in the South is not as defined as the Midwest, so it's kinda, we in the thick of it for sure. We got a north wind. Ever so slightly flirting northwest, but we need it north. We got Ryan built my house 500 yards away over there, but we had a trail camera in here, and there's two good shooters in here. The deer that we really want is a big wraparound 9. I've been having pictures of him for 3 years. Finally got Ryan and them out of here, beating and banging around. According to the camera, it hadn't bothered the deer, so they should show up any time. Start getting some does in here. Deer coming to the left right here. Looks like a spike. All right, all we saw was 2 spikes and a doe. Doe got in there, was acting kind of ruddy. She got, you know, kind of dropped her tail, ran off one time, but that's a spot where we don't see a whole lot of deer on camera, but there's 2 good deer that come through there a good bit, so it's just gonna be about butt time killing there. Hopefully we can get it done this week, but if we can't, we'll be back after them for the rest of the season. That's one good thing about hunting here at the South. Right there around my house, it goes till January 31st. And my spot in Louisiana, one of my spots goes till February 15th. So when everybody else is at home just waiting on deer season next year, we're still hunting here in the South. This week's featured property is 680 acres in Wilson County, Mississippi, known as the Causey Camp. The Causey Camp is located just southwest of Centerville, Mississippi, and is in a great area. It has almost 30,000 acres of surrounding landowners that are either managing their deer or mainly doing the right things as far as the deer herd is concerned. The Causey Camp has unbelievable timber, Thompson Creek frontage for year-round recreation, and even has a couple ponds. It has a great interior road system that leads you to all the food plots, box stands, feeders. This tract truly has it all. So if you're interested in properties like the Causey Camp in Centerville, Mississippi, check out realtreeuc.com and check out our listings all across the country and let a Realtree Land Pro find you your dream property today. All right, we've hunted a couple of days around the house and we've seen some deer, but just not the deer we want. The weather's been good, not great, but pretty good. Deer moving good. Right now it's about butt time, and to tell you the truth, don't have a lot of time to sit right now. I'm actually headed to the ATO show after we do this video. We always talk about real estate and selling land, and I want to tell you, today I'm the client. I'm just like you, watching this video. I had a dream my whole life of having my own place where I could build a house, raise my kids, have my own food plots, have my own dove field, grow my own timber, grow my own crops, whatever it may be. And we're actually on my dream place right now. All right, so if you notice, we're actually walking on a blacktop road right here. Camp Van Dorn was right here in Centerville. It was 50,000 troops in Centerville, Mississippi, back in World War I. They trained people, and they did a lot of things getting ready for World War I. And don't quote me on any of this, I'm not a historian, but this is what I understand. It's got some really cool stuff on it. We got a big water reservoir we call the Bat Cave that I'm going to turn into a barn one day. And of course, all these blacktop roads. So my driveway is a blacktop road. Pretty cool right here. Right here behind me is a house. We'll show you all that in a minute. But, I kept focusing whenever I was setting up my place on how am I going to set up my place for the ultimate deer hunt. Ultimate deer hunt. And, my wife likes to work out and run. My kids like to ride four-wheelers and play. And, that don't necessarily go with deer hunting. So I said, you know what, Slade, quit being selfish. Don't worry about trying to kill one or two really good deer with your bow. You got other places to hunt. Let's see how we can maximize our place. And this is an important topic when you talk about building your own place. So what I did, I made a 15-acre field right here. I can see from the house, but it'll be a little bit away from the house. This is going to be my dove field, a place my little boy is so excited about planting corn out there and having his own corn maze. A place where I can have a dove hunt in the south where we're at. If I have a good dove field, we can hunt it 4 or 5 times. So instead of, me and maybe my wife just, using my place for deer hunting and getting a couple of good hunts out of it, with the dove field, I can have 10 or 15 of my friends and family over here and enjoy it throughout the year and have fun working the soil and putting crops in. Not to mention, it's still going to be great deer hunting. I just kind of changed my focus to get the maximum use out of my place. All right, we're back here where we're building the house. Ryan's actually building it. That's what he does. We're building a metal building home. You've probably heard about these or seen these, and it's going to be real cool. We're going to have the house, office. My wife likes to work out, have a workout room, and we're going to have a big shop in the back and a place for me to work on my bows and tractors and that kind of thing. But, I talked about earlier, I cleared out where all those oaks are back there where I could have deer and plant some grass, have a little food plot back behind the house, be able to watch deer from the house. And, if you go just 3 miles that way is a place that I've been hunting for about 8 years or so. A buddy of mine's place, we both hunt right there. And I've had some really good hunting right there. Kind of made me want to purchase in this area because I know what this area can produce. I've actually got the same deer on camera on this place 3.4 miles away over at that place. And that doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. But had some really good hunts over the years over there. We don't grow 180s over here. I'm not saying they don't exist, but 122, 140 inch deer will make this southern boy plenty happy. So we're at one of my food plots. I got about a 2-acre food plot. I'm actually going to take out some of these smaller trees and leave some of the big acre producing trees. Have a small pond, got some fish in it, got some wood ducks in it. And you can see back here behind me, I've left a buffer strip. The road's not the small public road right there, not too far behind it. And I've actually planted pine trees down through there. And so I'm going to keep developing this and figure out exactly what works. I'm not getting a lot of daylight deer on camera in this plot, so I'm gonna keep playing with it over the years and figure out what works. You know, we've done a lot of timber stand improvements on the other side of the road over there, and we've already seen the results of that. Like all of a sudden, deer that lived over here all of a sudden started living over there and moving in better daylight. So something cool about having your own place is you can play and you can do exactly what you want. It's the, you know, of course, land's a great investment, and there's nothing like the pride of owning your own land. And I can't wait till one day, you know, I kill one of these big 130, 140 inch deer I got on camera out here, and he's on my wall. And when I walk in, I say, look, I got 160s and 170s from the Midwest, but that one came from right here. And that means everything to me. So, man, I love my place. I love my hometown, you know, and I'm really proud of having my own place. And I feel like it gives me as a real estate agent, as a Realtree Land Pro, a really unique perspective for my buyers. You know, because I was a buyer just like they were. You know, I look at land every day, and I picked this place, and there's a reason I picked it, and I get it. I get the struggles, I get the particular things that people want because I wanted particular things, and I know my clients do too. So owning land has definitely helped me be a better Realtree Land Pro. And Ryan's the same way. Ryan's got his place and how he's got his thing and set up for deer and turkeys. And, you know, we're just old country boys who like to live in the country.